Bible faith never returns defeated from battle. So we're looking briefly at engaging the weapons of faith, the weapon of faith for triumphant living. Engaging the weapon of faith for triumphant living. They're in two parts. Please listen, and listen very carefully. Faith is not just a biblical principle. Faith is a weapon of war. It's listed among the whole armor of God. Above all, taking the shield of faith and be able to quench all the fiery darts of the devil. Faith is a weapon of war. And is ordained for our unstoppable triumph over the battles of life. Ephesians 6:16. Please note that life in the kingdom is a battlefield, not a playground. A great door and effectual is opened unto me, but there are many adversaries. 1 Corinthians 16:9. Life in the kingdom is a battlefield, not a playground. Though we walk in the flesh, we do not war after the flesh. 2 Corinthians 10:3-6. For the weapons of our warfare, they are not carnal. They are spiritual, but they are mighty through God to put out of strongholds. So we are constantly at war against the forces of wickedness. We must be awake to the fight or we remain defeated and become prisoners of war. We must remain awake, sir. We are constantly at war against the wickedness of the wicked. For we wrestle not against flesh and blood, Ephesians 6:12, but against principality and power, rulers of darkness of this world, and wicked spirits in high places. Psalm 74:20. Have respect to the covenant of God, because the dark place of the earth, they are full of the habitations of cruelty. We know that we have God, 1 John 5:19, but the whole world lies in wickedness. So we are in a battlefield. Many people live as if we are in a peace zone. Let's come awake. The battle is on and the battle is raging. Let's come awake. Let's come awake. But it's not enough to have a weapon. We must engage in weapon training for victory in battle. Abraham trained his servants. They went to war and overran the army of a nation and rescued Lot. Genesis 14:14. So training is part and parcel of the Abrahamic covenant. Training is a must to emerge victorious at war. In 1 Samuel chapter 22 verse 2, we saw some folks here, and everyone that was in debt or in distress And everyone that was in debt, and everyone that was discontented, gathered themselves unto David, and he became a captain over them, and there were with him about 400 men. 2 Samuel 23 verse 8, we have their testimony. These be the names of the mighty men whom David had. The riffraffs of 1 Samuel 22 went through training and became the mighty men of David. The mighty men of David. That's how training turns treasure out of trash. Let's be awake. Religion will add no value. Let's take covenant responsibility. We need to train up for triumph. The battle is raging. It's not as whether you're interested or not. The battle is on. The battle is on. But the good news is that the victory has been predetermined in our favor. Is somebody excited? Now, Psalm 34, verse 19 to 22. Many are the afflictions of the righteous, but the Lord delivered him out of them all. Out of how many of them? He keepeth all his bones, and not one of them is broken. Now, evil shall slay the wicked, and they that hate the righteous shall be desolate. The Lord redeemeth the soul of his servants, and none of them that trust in him shall be desolate. Praise God. None of his bones was broken. None. John 16:33. In this world you shall have tribulations, but be of good cheer. I have already overcome for you. Just walk into the victory. The victory has been predetermined in our favor. That is the good news. For whatever is born of God is born to overcome the battles of the world. 1 John 5:4. And he overcomes by faith. So we need to train up on how to engage the weapon of faith in battle. We need to train up on how to engage the weapon of faith in battle. We need to train up. We need to train up. We must replace religiosity with spirituality. We need to train up. We must replace activity with a quest to know more God. So you can emerge victorious. Lack of training will make a fighter a victim in battle. Another good news. Every war is conquerable. Come on now. Every war is conquerable. Every war is conquerable. Through faith, they subdued kingdoms. They wrought righteousness. They quenched the furnace of fire. They shut the mouth of lions. In weakness they were made strong. They turned the armies of the aliens to flight. Every war is conquerable. And conquerable through faith. Every battle is crushable. Every battle. Every battle, sorry, is overcomable. Though we walk in the flesh, we do not war after the flesh. Even as our warfare, they are not carnal, but they are mighty through God to the pulling of strongholds, casting down imaginations, and every height that exalts itself against the knowledge of God, and bringing to captivity every knowledge to do the obedience of Christ, every thought to the obedience of Christ. That when obedience is free, we render helpless the oppositions. Every battle is overcomable. Whatever is born of God overcomes the world, no matter the battle. And every barrier is crushable. Every. Through faith, they crossed the Red Sea on a dry ground. Hebrews 11:29. Through faith. That's how powerful this weapon is. The things God has given us are real. I have given you Sihon the Amorite, king of Heshbon, and his land. Now begin to possess what I've given you by contending with the opposition in battle. Deuteronomy 2:24. We have to contend with the opposition to possess our possession. We have to contend with the opposition to possess our possession. So we must constantly begin to contend for the faith that was once delivered to the saints. The more than conqueror's faith. We need to get back. We need to get that back. Nobody shall survive on your part anymore. We must have to contend with the opposition to possess our possession. Because our arch enemy, the devil, is a never give up fighter. He lives only for a season. After every defeat, suffer, and bounces back again for a fight. Luke 4, verse 13. The Bible says, he left, and when the devil had ended all that he can handle, he departed from him for a season. For a season. John 8:46. The prince of this world came to me and has nothing in me. So he came back again. Luke 22:53. This is your hour and the power of darkness. He came back again. He's a never give up fighter. Caution. Caution. He keeps going about seeking who may devour. Caution. He never gives up. When an evil spirit goes out of a man, he goes about in dry place looking for rest. When he could not find anywhere, I will go back to where I was driven away from and repossess it. He's a never give up fighter. We must live ready for a fight. The time to get ready may not be fair, may not be there. So be awake to the fight. Be